Hello wonderful people who cannot sit at home. Thank you so much for being here. So this video is for the gardeners or people who have gardeners in their life. So over the weekend we have checked out Toronto Botanical Gardens through the Garden Gate, Swansea. This is a garden tour and it's sort of like a self-guided garden tour, but at each of the stations, and there were 20 stations, there would be a volunteer, and also there were shuttle buses that will take you from house to house, and essentially what you do is you just look at other people's backyards. For me, this is a first time thing. By the way, this event only happens once a year, and I'm gonna link it down below so that you can reference for next year. But what I learned through doing this is that actually the garden tours are very popular in Ontario, and I want to tell you more about it. By the way, this is kind of High Park area. Everything was so pretty, even just going from place to place, because some gardens were together, so you didn't need to take a shuttle bus everywhere. So in terms of price, this was $45, but as I mentioned, there's a shuttle bus, there's volunteers on each location, and there are 20 locations. When later I was researching other garden tours in Ontario, which by the way, there's so many, I'm going to talk about them in a second, I found out that most of the other garden tours are usually about 8 locations and they're about $20 to $25. So basically I see why this one is kind of the largest one and it was a little more pricey. Overall, I did love this tour. I do recommend it for next year. The only thing about this tour for me was that some of the gardens, they were very small. They were very cute, but they were very small. And I was surprised that they were part of this because, I don't know, I expected, like over here that I'm showing, this gorgeous garden that has 3 levels. I don't know, maybe it was me who expected too much, but I just wish all of the gardens were somewhat of a larger size, or at least not very, very small. So over here, this garden, oh my gosh, I loved it. They had like the herbal garden at the top, and there's like this succulent over the garage that kind of spread around. Interesting to kind of take notes because I love gardening. I actually don't have a garden yet, but I do have a balcony. By the way, I'll link down below my last summer's goth garden if you want to check it out. I went through a goth garden phase. It was actually really cool. Anyway, I do love gardening, and this was a perfect thing for me to check out. I did enjoy it a lot. Over here they even had a musician at one of the houses. By the way, notice how narrow this space is between the house. That was a little challenging because of course these are just people's backyards. These are not intended for large crowds. I would not say there were like crowds, but there were people, especially like when you start the place where you get the map from. That's where like those gardens were there were a lot of people there, but when you go further out, it was not as many people. This garden I thought was gorgeous. There were about maybe 5 to 6 gardens that I thought were amazing. And just for those gardens, I definitely think that this was a great event. There's like an entryway to a building at the bottom on the floor over there. Very cool. And over here there were ladies actually doing crafts. That was the only backyard that had the crafts. So definitely appreciate these ladies showing us some of the craft that they do. This lady was basically hammering different petals into the fabric, and as you can see, it leaves like these beautiful patterns. And as I mentioned, this is right across from High Park, and this is called Swansea. Beautiful area. This garden, this backyard was gorgeous. So they actually have a whole like maze. It's a miniature maze, but it's still a maze. That was very impressive. And I love the little elements. They had the bird bath. Some of the gardens have more of the flowers, some of the gardens were just greenery, and some gardens had like a herbal, you can eat a lot of elements in the garden, which was really fun. There were 2 absolutely gorgeous backyards. They were next to each other, and the backyard went right onto this lake. Absolutely amazing. There were a bunch of Muskoka chairs and people were just chilling over here, mid-chilling. It's so hard to get up from that chair. You just want to sit there. It was so much fun. You essentially get a cottage and a house in one. How amazing is that? And this is the other backyard, right next to the one before. Absolutely gorgeous. And here's another very cute, it's on the smaller side, which by the way is totally fine because it's so well put together. I absolutely love this. I guess what I'm trying to say is not the small size, it's just that some, I don't know how to explain it, some backyards were very simple, and maybe that's just not for me. Maybe that's just not my style, hence why maybe I didn't like it. I don't know. So here's the website, and I'm also gonna link it down below, and it has all of the garden tours in Ontario. There's so many. Right now is the beginning of June. There's gonna be Leaside next weekend, June 15th, Grimsby on the 22nd, Fergus on the 23rd, then we have Woolwich, then we have Niagara on the Lake on the 6th of July and Richmond Hill on the 7th. So definitely check out that website. Whenever you are located, I'm sure you can find an amazing garden tour to check out. Another garden tour that you need to know about, this is called Rural Gardens. And I'm of course going to put down the website below. So over here is a really handy map, and you can see what is it about, how much do they want, and what the garden is. So this over here, Blossom, they would like $3 for a visit. Some of them prefer that you book, some of them you can just show up. I have done this a few years ago and loved it. This is of course further from Toronto. This is kind of Collingwood area over there. By the way, Fiddlehead Nursery, I've done, I think they want $5, but I've done a tour with them. They also have a lot of edible things like mints, and at one point I think he gave me like a little leaf and it tasted like licorice. So very, very cool. I really enjoyed that tour. Some of them I think you just go in, and some of them they give you a bit of a tour. So anyway, really amazing. It's so great that there are people just kind of opening their backyards, their properties to us, and I think it's something to do for sure. So one of the rural gardens specifically I absolutely loved, it was the Moreland Place, and I've done a video about this. Let me just show you. This is pretty much Owen Sound. This is about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, kind of northwest of Toronto, and oh my gosh, this place is amazing. Right now it's just by donation. You don't need to book, you just show up, and it's this like vintagey property that is all in greenery, but it still has elements of like beautiful architecture, but some of it is sort of a little bit outdated, but it has this, again, beauty of the past. The owner is a really lovely person. He's usually around. He loves talking about the property. The property is quite unique. It is huge. You definitely need a couple hours to just explore everything. When we were there were so many photographers. And it just seems that as you walk and walk and walk, you find new spaces, new kind of sections. They even have a maze, but at the time that we were there, it was kind of, I think, August, so the maze was overgrown. But I think if you get there a bit earlier in the season, like right now in June, maybe you can squeeze into the maze. But the greenery, the flowers, I loved. The sculptures, I loved everything about this place. So that is all for this video. There are so many cool garden tours, self-guided garden tours in Ontario. Make sure to check it out in the summer, as it is so much fun. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share, and I will see you next time. Bye.